The University of Southern Indiana USI is poised to host its 17th annual Tri-State Science and Engineering Fair on March 13 to 14, 2025 in Carter Hall at the University Center West. This highly anticipated event will gather nearly 250 student exhibitors from across the tri-state region showcasing their innovative design projects and scientific research. The fair aims to foster exploration in STEM science, technology, engineering, and mathematics through hands-on learning, problem-solving, and experimentation. USI's commitment to advancing STEM education is evident as it opens its doors to K-12 students from various educational backgrounds including public, private, parochial, and homeschooling environments within a 75-mile radius of the university. Participants will present projects spanning multiple disciplines including engineering, environmental science, biology, chemistry, physics, and technology. Judging will occur on Thursday evening, followed by a public exhibition on Friday morning, leading up to an awards ceremony scheduled for March 17. Students will have the opportunity to receive constructive feedback from professionals in STEM fields and compete for top honors including cash awards and pathways to the Hoosier Science and Engineering Fair. The fair is made possible through the generous sponsorship of AstraZeneca and CountryMark Refining and Logistics alongside support from various STEM businesses and organizations dedicated to nurturing the next generation of scientific talent in Southwest Indiana. Through events like this, we not only celebrate student achievements but also invest in the future of STEM in our region, said a university spokesperson. In a broader context, the landscape of global scientific collaboration is facing unprecedented challenges, particularly between the U.S. and China, as tensions escalate amid geopolitical strife. The collaboration that has historically driven scientific progress risks being undermined. Experts warn that the decoupling of these two scientific powerhouses could set back advancements in research and development by decades. China has made remarkable strides in scientific research, recently surpassing the U.S. in the total number of scientific publications. A study revealed that more than 45% of high-impact scientific research produced in China involved collaboration with U.S.-based scientists. However, as companies like IBM and Microsoft scale back their investments in China, the potential for innovation is jeopardized. AstraZeneca's recent commitment of $3.5 billion to expand its U.S. operations while simultaneously investing in China highlights the complex interplay of global research dynamics. As the U.S. and China grapple with trade disputes and security concerns, the future of scientific collaboration remains uncertain. The cessation of long-standing agreements such as the U.S.-China Science and Technology Cooperation Agreement could lead to significant disruptions in research partnerships that have flourished for over 4 decades. The consequences of this potential fragmentation could be dire, especially as the world confronts pressing issues such as climate change and public health crises. Meanwhile, citizen science initiatives such as the European Space Agency's Solar Radio Burst Tracker are emerging as a beacon of hope for scientific discovery. By inviting the public to assist in analyzing data collected by the Solar Orbiter spacecraft, researchers aim to catalog solar radio bursts that could illuminate our understanding of solar behavior and its impacts on Earth. This innovative approach underscores the value of community involvement in science as it bridges the gap between professional research and public engagement. As we look to the future, the interplay between educational initiatives and global scientific collaboration will be crucial. The success of events like the Tri-State Science and Engineering Fair at USI not only nurtures young talent but also reinforces the importance of fostering an environment where innovation can thrive even amid the complexities of international relations. The coming years will be pivotal as both local and global scientific communities navigate these challenges, striving to sustain progress in an increasingly interconnected world. In a dramatic pivot, the National Institutes of Health (NIH) has announced it will cease funding grants focused on vaccine hesitancy and mRNA vaccines, a move that underscores the shifting landscape of public perception in scientific research. This decision comes amidst a backdrop of increasing skepticism surrounding mRNA technology, which once heralded a new era in vaccine development during the COVID-19 pandemic. The NIH's announcement raises critical questions about the future of mRNA research and its potential applications in combating infectious diseases and treating various conditions. 5 years ago, the rapid development of mRNA vaccines by companies like Moderna and Pfizer/BioNTech was celebrated as a scientific miracle. Within months of the pandemic's onset, these vaccines showed remarkable efficacy, preventing millions of deaths and hospitalizations according to estimates from the Commonwealth Fund. The mRNA vaccines represented a breakthrough in how we approach infectious diseases, said Dr. Anthony Fauci, the nation's top infectious disease expert. Their success during the pandemic showcased the potential for mRNA technology beyond COVID-19. Yet as the pandemic progressed, public trust began to wane. Reports of side effects alongside the emergence of new variants contributed to a growing narrative that painted the vaccines in a negative light. Prominent figures like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. have fueled skepticism, labeling the mRNA vaccines as dangerous. Now, as Kennedy serves as the Secretary of Health and Human Services, his re-evaluation of contracts with vaccine manufacturers adds another layer of uncertainty to the future of mRNA research. The NIH's decision to withdraw support from studies addressing vaccine hesitancy and the development of mRNA vaccines reflects a broader trend of declining public confidence. According to a recent poll, nearly 40% of Republicans believe that more deaths have occurred from the vaccines than from COVID-19 itself. This rising skepticism has significant implications for ongoing and future research. Experts warn that a lack of funding could stifle innovation in mRNA technologies, which have shown promise in treating diseases such as cancer and developing universal flu vaccines. Critics of the NIH's decision argue that it may hinder advancements in a field that has proven its worth under the pressures of a global health crisis. Abandoning research on vaccine hesitancy and mRNA vaccine development will have long-lasting effects on public health, commented Dr. Sarah Johnson, a public health expert. We risk losing vital insights that could help us improve vaccine uptake and address public concerns. The NIH's pivot is reflective of a larger cultural shift around health and science in the United States. As skepticism grows, so does the potential for future pandemics to be met with inadequate responses due to a lack of public trust and investment in innovative vaccine technologies. With the ongoing threat of diseases like the H5N1 bird flu, the implications of this decision could be felt far beyond the current landscape of mRNA vaccines. As we look to the future, the challenge will be not only to rebuild public confidence in vaccines but also to ensure continued investment in the technologies that could transform healthcare. The NIH's withdrawal of funding signals a pivotal moment in the discourse surrounding mRNA vaccines, emphasizing the need for a concerted effort to address misinformation and foster an environment conducive to scientific advancement. The trajectory of mRNA research hangs in the balance as society grapples with the lessons learned from the pandemic and the potential for future medical breakthroughs. In an exciting development for cancer research, scientists at Stanford University have introduced a groundbreaking concept known as the colocatome, a catalog that details the influence of non-cancerous cells on the behavior of tumors. This innovative approach shifts the focus from cancer cells alone to the complex interactions between various cell types within the tumor microenvironment, revealing the critical roles that these non-cancerous cells play in cancer progression and treatment resistance. Historically, cancer research has concentrated heavily on the malignant cells themselves, often overlooking the substantial impact that surrounding non-cancerous cells can have on tumor dynamics. Sylvia Plevritis, PhD chair of the Department of Biomedical Data Science at Stanford Medicine, emphasized this point, stating, "Not all cells in a tumor are cancer cells, they're not even always the most dominant cell type. There are many other cell types that support tumors." This holistic view is essential as it uncovers the ecosystem of cells that facilitate tumor survival and resilience. The colocatome, a term modeled after biological classifications such as the genome and proteome, represents a systematic effort to document the spatial relationships and interactions between malignant cells and their neighbors. "We've been studying cancer cells for so long, but the picture is still incomplete," remarked Gina Bouchard, PhD, the lead author of the study published in Nature Communications. The research team utilized experimental models of lung cancer and artificial intelligence to analyze the organization of non-cancerous cells in proximity to tumor cells, revealing patterns of colocalization and anti-colocalization that could influence cancer behavior. The study highlights how the presence and arrangement of non-cancerous cells such as fibroblasts can significantly alter tumor characteristics, including growth rates and drug resistance. For instance, pleuritis noted an intriguing phenomenon: when lung cancer cells were treated with an anti-tumor drug, their behavior changed dramatically in the presence of fibroblasts, which seemed to reorganize spatially, leading to drug resistance. That spatial reorganization appears to have given rise to drug resistance, pleuritis explained, likening it to changing the furniture in the room, then finding the exits are blocked. As the researchers continue to log interactions and configurations in both treated and untreated tumors, they hope the colocatome will provide valuable insights that could guide more effective treatment strategies. For instance, if certain cellular arrangements are found to confer drug resistance, clinicians could pivot to alternative therapies that might be more effective. Furthermore, the team aims to expand their research to include various cancers, potentially uncovering universal rules governing tumor behavior that could streamline treatment approaches across different types of malignancies. This pioneering work not only enriches our understanding of tumor biology but also opens new avenues for clinical applications. The colocatome could ultimately lead to tailored cancer therapies, improving patient outcomes and providing a more nuanced understanding of how tumors evolve and respond to treatment. Looking ahead, the implications of the colocatome extend beyond lung cancer studies. As researchers harness artificial intelligence to identify shared spatial motifs across various cancers, they may unveil fundamental principles that govern cancer progression universally. The future of cancer treatment could very well hinge on the insights gained from this innovative approach, reshaping how we understand and combat this complex disease. In an era marked by rapid technological advancement, artificial intelligence (AI) has emerged as a pivotal force driving the fourth industrial revolution. This transformation is not simply a matter of creating smarter machines, it fundamentally reshapes how we interact with technology in the world around us. From the rise of AI-powered personal assistants to groundbreaking government initiatives aimed at maintaining technological supremacy, recent developments suggest that we are on the cusp of significant change. One noteworthy application of AI is the DeskSense personal assistant, which offers users a lifetime subscription for just $38. Positioned as the leading AI-powered assistant available, DeskSense integrates seamlessly with popular browsers like Google Chrome and Microsoft Edge. It empowers users to offload mundane tasks, from drafting emails to generating marketing content and even creating images. The assistant is designed to enhance productivity by providing real-time support, auto-saving conversations for future reference, and delivering features that cater to a diverse array of tasks. As more individuals and businesses recognize the value of such technology, the demand for AI-driven applications is expected to surge. However, the excitement surrounding AI is not without its challenges. Recent developments, such as the announcement of the Stargate project by the U.S. government, illustrate the competitive landscape in the AI domain. This $500 billion initiative, a collaboration between OpenAI, Oracle, and Japan's SoftBank, aims to fortify U.S. leadership in AI by attracting global investment to enhance computing and energy infrastructure. The project underscores the urgency with which nations are approaching AI, reminiscent of historical technological races. Just days after the Stargate initiative was unveiled, a Chinese startup launched DeepSeek-R1, a large language model that reportedly outperformed its American counterparts. This revelation sent shockwaves through the investor community, leading to a significant dip in U.S. stock markets and reigniting fears that a Sputnik moment had occurred in the AI sector. Such events highlight the unpredictability of AI advancements and the critical need for a deeper understanding of the science behind these technologies. Sanjay Chawla, a chief scientist at Hamad bin Khalifa University, underscores the absence of a cohesive science of AI. He argues that despite the proliferation of research, the field remains in its infancy, largely driven by empirical findings rather than a robust scientific framework. This raises important questions about the capabilities of AI systems, whether they genuinely know anything or are merely adept at completing sentences based on patterns learned from data. The phenomenon of AI hallucination, where models generate erroneous or fabricated information, further complicates our understanding of these technologies. As various stakeholders, governments, researchers, and businesses navigate the complexities of AI, the call for a more rigorous scientific basis becomes increasingly urgent. Showca advocates for the establishment of university-led initiatives that focus on developing a foundational understanding of AI technologies akin to the scientific breakthroughs that preceded major engineering feats like the Manhattan Project. Looking ahead, the interplay between AI advancements and societal implications will be crucial. As tools like DeskSense become integral to daily life, the challenge will be to ensure that these technologies enhance human capabilities rather than replace them. Moreover, as governments invest heavily in AI infrastructure, the global landscape will continue to evolve, prompting discussions about ethics, oversight, and the potential consequences of AI-driven decision-making. In conclusion, the trajectory of AI development presents both opportunities and challenges. With ongoing innovations and the emergence of new tools, the future promises to be shaped by how effectively we harness AI's potential while addressing the critical gaps in our understanding of its science. As we venture into this new frontier, the dialogue surrounding AI will likely become more nuanced. Reflecting both the excitement of technological advancements and the caution warranted by their complexities, scientists at the Idaho National Laboratory (INL) are on the precipice of a significant breakthrough in nuclear fusion technology, which could usher in an era of virtually limitless energy production. This ambitious venture is part of the U.S. Department of Energy's DOE $107 million initiative known as the Fusion Innovative Research Engine Fire Collaborative. This program is designed to accelerate the development of fusion power by focusing on the creation of a fusion blanket, a critical component of nuclear fusion reactors. The fusion blanket functions as the heart of a fusion reactor, capturing energy and particles produced during fusion reactions. This process, which mimics the reactions occurring in the Sun, utilizes isotopes of hydrogen, deuterium, and tritium to generate immense amounts of energy. Chase Taylor, a senior scientist at INL, describes the fusion blanket as the nuclear part of a fusion reactor, emphasizing its multifaceted role. It breeds new fuel, converts fusion energy into heat for power generation, and protects the reactor's magnets. The INL is leading one of the 6 research centers involved in the FIRE Collaborative, which includes contributions from 5 national laboratories and several universities and private companies such as General Atomics and Tokamak Energy. Aaron Washington, a representative from Tokamak, highlighted the importance of the fusion blanket, stating, "Fusion blankets are pivotal to delivering limitless fusion energy to the grid." He noted the collaborative effort with INL and the DOE aims to ensure that their testing is relevant to the needs of the private sector, facilitating a smoother transition toward a fusion-powered future. Despite the promise of fusion energy, the path to realization is fraught with challenges, particularly in testing the viability of fusion blanket materials. Historically, fusion research has been hampered by a lack of available fusion neutrons for testing. However, the INL team plans to leverage existing fission reactors to assess the performance of fusion blanket components. This innovative approach is expected to hasten the development of necessary technologies for fusion energy. As Taylor explains, the lack of fusion neutrons has stalled progress, but our nation's leading fission research reactors can meet most of the fusion industry's nuclear testing requirements. In addition to the Fusion Blanket Project, INL is actively engaging in broader efforts aimed at establishing a robust fuel cycle for fusion energy. This includes developing methods for producing and recycling the essential hydrogen isotopes while managing byproducts safely. Computational scientist Casey Eisenhower underlined the significance of this work. stating that establishing a robust fuel cycle is critical for commercial fusion energy production, but there are still significant challenges to address. The momentum in the fusion energy sector is further amplified by the increasing involvement of startup companies pushing for accelerated timelines and innovative solutions. This shift is transforming the dialogue surrounding fusion energy and highlighting its potential as a sustainable energy source. In parallel, the European Union is also taking strides to enhance its nuclear research endeavors. Negotiations are underway for a 2-year extension of the Euratom nuclear research program aimed at aligning with the EU budget through 2027. This initiative, backed by a proposed budget of €598 million, emphasizes the importance of both nuclear fission and fusion research as key components of the EU's energy strategy. As global interest and investment in fusion technology grow, the next few years will be critical for realizing the potential of fusion energy. With collaborative efforts in the US and Europe, the dream of safe, sustainable, and virtually limitless energy may soon transition from theoretical research to practical application, shaping the future of energy production worldwide. In an exciting breakthrough that could revolutionize the field of superconductivity, researchers led by Professor Kostya Trichenko from Queen Mary University of London have made significant strides toward achieving room temperature superconductors. This development comes as a beacon of hope for scientists who have long sought to unlock the potential of superconductors, which are materials capable of conducting electricity without resistance. Historically limited by the requirement for exceedingly low temperatures, superconductors have been largely confined to laboratory settings and niche applications. However, the latest findings suggest that practical applications may soon be on the horizon. The research team has established a connection between the maximum temperature at which superconductors can operate and fundamental physical constants such as electron mass, electron charge, and the Planck constant. These constants are crucial for the stability of atomic structures and the formation of stars, and their relationship with superconductivity could redefine the limits of temperature at which superconductivity may be achieved. The study indicates that the upper superconducting temperature limit could be between hundreds and 1,000 Kelvin, a range that includes room temperature, a finding that Professor Chris Pickard from the University of Cambridge describes as a call to action for scientists. This discovery shows that fundamental constants do not rule out room temperature superconductivity. It gives hope to scientists. The dream is still alive, said Professor Pickard, emphasizing the significance of their findings. The research has been validated by independent studies which suggest that varying these fundamental constants could alter the landscape of superconductivity. The implications of this research extend beyond theoretical interest. They could reshape technology across multiple sectors, including energy transmission, medical imaging, and quantum computing. For instance, if room temperature superconductors become a reality, energy loss during transmission could be dramatically reduced and devices relying on superconductivity could become far more efficient. In a separate but equally intriguing development, researchers have also reported the discovery of tunable superconductivity in a transition metal dichalcogenide known as 1TWS2, which exhibits an anomalous Hall effect. This newly identified superconducting state appears to coexist with magnetic properties, suggesting a complex interplay between superconductivity and magnetism in two-dimensional materials. When subjected to hygrostatic pressure, 1TWS2 transitions through various electronic phases, revealing multiple superconducting states characterized by different properties. As pressure is increased, the superconducting state initially diminishes before re-emerging in a new phase with distinct characteristics. This phenomenon is particularly noteworthy as it challenges conventional understandings of superconducting materials, suggesting that the electronic properties of 1TWS2 can be manipulated effectively. The study highlights not only the versatility of this material but also its potential for future applications in quantum technologies. The intricate relationship between superconductivity and the anomalous Hall effect in 1TWS2 could pave the way for further research into unconventional superconducting states. As scientists continue to explore these phenomena, the findings underscore a dual narrative in the field of superconductivity: the quest for room temperature superconductors and the exploration of new materials that may exhibit unique superconducting behaviors. Looking ahead, these discoveries signal a transformative period in superconductivity research, offering new pathways to explore and capitalize on the unique properties of materials that could fundamentally alter existing technologies. The dream of practical room temperature superconductors, once thought to be just that, the dream, now seems increasingly plausible as researchers push the boundaries of what is possible in materials science. Future developments in this area may not only enhance our understanding of superconductors but could also lead to groundbreaking innovations across various technological domains.